Alright, welcome back to another Built on a Budget. Today we're checking out the Kingpin of Crime. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe or leave a like or comment. Honestly, any engagement helps. And without further ado, let's get into the commander. Now, the Kingpin of Crime is an incredible Toughness Matters commander. 1 white black for a 1/5 human villain with Extort. Extort's pretty important to the game plan. I know it goes without saying, but with this commander, we're definitely going to want to keep all of our opponents alive as long as possible so we can keep getting those Extort triggers. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than its power deal combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So we're going to be playing a bunch of cheap creatures with huge toughnesses in order to get in for a ton of damage. Out ramping up first as usual, starting with Arcane Signet. Every deck should run this card, as well as Charcoal Diamond and Marble Diamond, Felwar Stone, which taps for a color of our opponent's mana. We also got Mind Stone, which is a colorless mana rock for 2 that can sack itself to draw a card. Ornithopter of Paradise is a mana dork that taps for 1 mana of any color. Orzhov Signet, also a great include. It's a filter mana rock. We also got Poo Poo UFO, the first card that synergizes with our commander because it's an 0/4. Tap to put a land into play if we need that. Talisman of Hierarchy, another 2 mana rock. And rounding out the list, of course, we got Soul Ring, everyone's favorite iconic mana rock. Now we're gonna go into Big Toughy, starting with Ageless Guardian. It's 2 mana for a 1/4. That's it. We also got Armored Armadillo, 1 mana for a 0/4 with Ward 1. Beloved Beggar, 2 mana for an 0/4 with Disturb 6. In the backside, probably never activated, but it's a 2 mana, essentially 4/4. Catapult Fodder, you can convert it, and the backside says 3 and tap, sacrifice another creature. Target opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Next up is Dauntless Dismantler. A little bit of stacks, it's mostly just here to be a big toughness, but the bonuses it gives are also pretty good. Next up is Daxos. His toughness is equal to our devotion to white, which is incredible. It'll go up the more we play the game. Next up, Disowned Ancestor. We're not really doing anything with it that turn, and we tap it to put a 1/1 counter on it. Essence of Antiquity. It's 5 mana, but it's a 1/10. Next up, Giant Ox, 2 mana 0/6. God Pharaoh's Faithful. So you see a trend here. There's a lot of 0/4 creatures in this deck for big cheap, so hopefully with aggro we can swing them in, but this one also gains us life on the side. Next up, Indomitable Ancients, 4 mana Treefolk Warrior. This is a vanilla creature, but it's a 2/10. Interference Ace is next. It's 2 mana for an 0/4. We can attack with this and untap it to use as a blocker. Next up, Lagona Band Trailblazer. We're not really targeting it with anything. Next up, Mandroid Squadron. From the set, whenever this creature enters, you gain 2 life. Next up, Manned Serval. It's a 2 mana 1/4 with Vigilance. And next up, we have Nyx Fleece Ram. This one's above our toughness curve. It's got 5 toughness and it gains us a life. Next up, Tasseled Dromedary. 1 mana 0/4. It's a camel. Unhallowed Phalanx. This is a great card. Enters the battlefield tapped. 1/13. Possibly the best creature we could draw in our deck. And last up in this category, we have Yoked Ox. We have a lot of creatures that are essentially vanilla to us, but because of their toughness, it's incredible. And before we get into some of the stuff that synergizes with our toughness, let's take a look at some removal, starting with Dusk and Dawn. We can get all of our aggro creatures back that died over the course of the game with that Aftermath, or we can board wipe and keep literally all of our stuff as well. Next up, Feed the Swarm, typical removal spell. Fell the Mighty, we'll target our commander because he's 1/5. All of our stuff will live, except everyone else's will die. Next up, Fracture, 2 mana, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. Next up, Infernal Grasp, another easy removal spell. Mortify, another targeted removal spell. Slaughter the Strong, this is another board wipe that hopefully won't hit us at all. Next up, Tip the Scales. For us, this is basically a budget Toxic Deluge. Next, Vindicate, very iconic, can hit anything on the field. And rounding out, we have one last board wipe, Wave of Reckoning. Pretty generic board wipe for creatures, except all of our creatures will live. Alright, next category, Tough Times, starting with Baldin Century Headmaster. This is incredible for our commander. It turns all of our cheap 04s into like 10-10s off the bat. It's so good. Next up, Bar the Door. This is essentially an overrun for us. Next up, we got Behind the Scenes. Essentially, none of our toughness creatures will be able to be blocked at all, so we'll definitely get in for damage. Hakoda's Selfless Commander, another huge anthem that we can use to hopefully close out the game, but also a 5 toughness creature as well. Next up, Jaws of Defeat. We'll definitely be draining people with this over the course of the game. Moseo, Vane's New Deed. This is something that will synergize with our commander's Extort ability. All of our creatures will be able to hopefully get back since they're so on the cheap. Next up, Rasad in Basir, I believe is how you pronounce it. I don't know. I don't play Baldur's Gate. We have no way to get the initiative. It's just a 3-mana 03 that makes us assign damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, so we don't have to pay the life. But also, it's just an incredible card in these decks. Next up, Reunion of the House. None of our creatures have power except for like a few, so we're going to get all of our creatures back there in the bin. Also akin to that, Smile at Death. Another great recursion piece since we're going to be aggroing out so much. We're going to be losing our creatures, and this will just get them back on the next turn. And now we're going to draw some cards. With our mayor, we're going to draw the law, starting with Assemble the Players. Once each turn, you can cast a creature with power 2 or less off the top. Again, all of our creatures. Brina the Demagogue, something that buffs our stuff and will help us draw cards. Firemane Commando, 4-mana 4/3. It's actually weaker with our commander, but when we attack with 2 or more creatures, we draw cards, which optimally is every turn. This also incentivizes opponents to not attack us on top of that. Next up, Halia, Guided by Light. Spoiler alert, all we need to do is extort once and we get this trigger, almost like we have the monarch to ourselves. Next up, Mangara the Diplomat. I'm not too keen on this card, but it's fine. It'll draw us a few cards over the course of the game. I'm just not keen on it. Next up, Mentor of the Meek. You can pay 1 to draw a card. Next up, we got Scheming Silvertongue. Again, all we have to do is extort once and this gets prepared. So 2 mana, draw 2, lose 2 every single turn. Shadric Silverquill, 5 mana, 2/5 with flying and double strike. So with this card in our commander, we're hopefully hitting for 10 because of the double strike. Optimally, I say we either draw the card and give the token, or we put a counter on everything and give someone the draw. Tokasi is welcome. Another way that'll turn one of our things into cantrips, but we'll draw as deep as we can go. And akin to that, Welcoming Vampire, same exact effect. And coming into our last non-land category today, we have Extort Friends, starting with Blind Obedience. A little bit of stacks, but it's here for the extort. Indulging Partisan. Again, all we got to do is extort once and everyone's losing another 3. Life Insurance. This is not you control, so it'll ramp us like crazy, but also it helps with the extort. Awesome card. This is one of my favorite cards. Pontiff of Blight. It's also at 2/7, so it's going to hit for 7. I don't know if you noticed, but we're a creature deck, so we can almost extort as many times as we want whenever we cast a spell. This could be very helpful for getting us to close out the game or gain a ton of life if we need. Next up, Rock's Faith Mender. I'm incredibly surprised we could fit most of these cards in the budget. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. So we'll be gaining 6 life with every extort. And rounding it out, one of the craziest cards we could include, Sorin of House Markov. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, transform him. We're not going to be trying to gain control of anything for sure. I think we'll mostly just use the -1 ability and the +2 to keep Sorin alive, but it's an incredible Planeswalker card. And jumping into our last category, our lands, we have Command Tower. Add 1 mana of any color in our commander's identity. We also have Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse. Sacrifice this land, search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Everyone knows this card. Also, Isolated Chapel, when it enters the battlefield tapped, unless you control a plains or a swamp. And Desolate Mire, a land with pay a colorless and tap to add white and black, so it's going to filter us as well. On top of that, we have 17 plains and 13 swamps. So that's about it. If you have any suggestions for a future build on a budget, put it in the comments. I'll check it out. Don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!